Rid throat and sinus mucus with salt. Saltwater gargles can be an effective home remedy for relieving throat and sinus congestion caused by mucus. The saltwater solution helps to reduce inflammation and draw out excess mucus, providing temporary relief. Here's how you can use saltwater gargles to help clear your throat and sinus mucus. 1. Prepare the saltwater solution. Dissolve half a teaspoon of salt in a glass of warm water. Make sure the water is warm but not too hot to avoid burning your throat. 2. Gargle with the saltwater solution. Take a sip of the saltwater mixture and tilt your head back slightly. Gargle the solution in the back of your throat for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Try to make the gargling sound to ensure the solution reaches the affected areas. 3. Spit out the solution. After gargling, spit out the saltwater solution into the sink. Do not swallow it, as it may contain bacteria and mucus. 4. Repeat the process. Repeat the saltwater gargle 2 to 3 times a day or as needed to relieve throat and sinus congestion. It's important to note that saltwater gargles provide temporary relief and may not completely eliminate the underlying cause of the mucus. If your symptoms persist or worsen, it's best to consult a healthcare professional for a proper diagnosis and treatment. In addition to saltwater gargles, you can also try other home remedies to help alleviate throat and sinus congestion, such as staying hydrated, using a humidifier, inhaling steam, and avoiding irritants like smoke and strong chemicals. If your symptoms persist or if you have any concerns, it's always advisable to seek medical advice from a healthcare professional certainly. Here's some additional information about using saltwater gargles to relieve throat and sinus mucus. 1. How does it work? Saltwater gargles work by creating a hypertonic environment in your throat and nasal passages. This means that the salt concentration in the water is higher than that in your body's cells. The salt draws out excess fluid from the swollen tissues, reducing inflammation and thinning the mucus, making it easier to expel. 2. Benefits of saltwater gargles. Reduces swelling and inflammation. The saltwater solution helps to soothe irritated tissues in the throat and sinuses, reducing swelling and inflammation. Loosens mucus. The hypertonic solution can help break up the mucus, making it easier to cough up or blow out. Relieves discomfort. Gargling with saltwater can provide temporary relief from sore throat and nasal congestion, making it easier to breathe and swallow. 3. Proper technique. Use warm water. Warm water is more comfortable to gargle with compared to cold water. Dissolve salt completely. Ensure that the salt is fully dissolved in the water before gargling to avoid any discomfort or irritation. Don't swallow the solution while gargling. Make sure to spit out the saltwater solution after each gargle. Swallowing it may lead to dehydration or upset stomach. Repeat as needed. You can gargle with saltwater 2 to 3 times a day or as needed until you experience relief from throat and sinus congestion. 4. Precautions. Use the correct salt to water ratio. The recommended ratio is about half a teaspoon of salt in a glass of warm water. Using too much salt can cause discomfort, and using too little may not provide the desired effect. Be cautious if you have high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure or other health conditions that require you to limit your salt intake, consult your doctor before using saltwater gargles. Seek medical advice if symptoms persist. Saltwater gargles can provide temporary relief, but if your symptoms persist or worsen, it's important to consult a healthcare professional for a proper diagnosis and treatment. Remember, while saltwater gargles can provide temporary relief, they may not address the underlying cause of your throat and sinus mucus. If you have chronic or severe symptoms, it's best to consult a healthcare professional for a thorough evaluation and appropriate treatment.